Lakers agreed on a 2-year deal with free agent Christian Wood.
The Lakers finished their busy offseason by signing Christian Wood, the perfect player to help them win their 18th title. Wood's nasty pick and pop. For all of his flaws, Christian Wood is an elite pick and pop scorer. He spent last season playing with Luka Doncic, maybe the greatest playmaker in the game right now. You can see him create separation for the ball handler, drop outside, and get an open look. Wood is one of the better shooters in the league. Last season, he shot 6 threes a game at 38%, good for 72nd out of 149 qualified shooters. But on wide open threes, he clocked 42.4% and around 42% on catch and shoot threes. But in the pick and pop, he's only half the equation. You need a pure playmaker to dominate in a pick and pop, and that's what the Mavericks have in Luka. Wood stands at 6'10", meaning it's really hard to disrupt his shot. He demands a center guarding him, otherwise he can get a clean look over the top of his defender. When the big comes out to the perimeter to guard Christian Wood, Doncic has an easy one-on-one that he's gonna win every single time. If the big man chooses to protect the paint, Wood will burn them from deep. It doesn't take a basketball genius to realize how this is gonna benefit LeBron's Lakers. Luka can basically be described as LeBron James with the athleticism rating turned down to 0. Even LeBron made the comparison, saying that everything he loves about Luka is what LeBron loves about himself. LeBron demands a double team when he goes to the basket, but his mentality is always to pass first. If there's a double team, that means somebody's open. If somebody's open, LeBron will find the open man. For his entire career, LeBron's teams tried to build in a very specific mold. Surround him with shooters. If he has a second star, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie, Anthony Davis, you put 3 spot-up shooters on the court, and you've got a contender. Even Kevin Love, who was one of the best paint players in the league during his Minnesota years, turned into a corner specialist when playing with LeBron. Now that Wood has signed with the Lakers, LeBron has a shiny new toy to show off. Last year, the Lakers were one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league. They only took 31 threes per game, 6th lowest in the league. They shot 34.6%, also 6th lowest. The spot-up guys they had were mostly used as decoys, making sure the paint was open for Bron and Anthony Davis. In order for AD and LeBron to thrive, they need dangerous outside shooters. D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves are great playmakers, but they're not the spot-up specialists that LeBron's skill set needs. But Christian Wood? It's a match made in heaven. Throughout his career, Wood has often been called upon to create his own shots. But with the Lakers, he'll be a specialist, probably taking more threes than twos. Set a screen, stand in the corner, have your hands up, and get ready to shoot. LeBron and Reeves will handle creation. Anthony Davis will dominate the paint. Everyone else on the team is simply a cog to make their jobs easier. But based on what we know about Wood, is he willing to make that sacrifice? Will Wood fit into LeBron's mold? As much as Wood's athleticism, size, and shot-making ability have turned some heads in the league, it's rarely translated to good things for his teams. Since coming into the league undrafted in 2015, Wood has played for an insane 7 different teams in the NBA, and that's not even including his many stints in the G League. In all of those stops, he has never once made the playoffs. Now, if you look at the basic stats, the last few years seem pretty good. He averaged 17-7 last year, 18-10 the year before, and cracked 21-10 in 2021 when he was playing with the Rockets, who, by the way, managed to win just 17 games. But you look at the advanced stats, the VORP, the win shares, the PER, they all point to him being a top 60 to 70 player in the league. So why does he keep bouncing around? Why did teams wait so long to sign him this summer? And why is he only gonna be making $2.8 million? Wood is one of those guys that every team falls in love with while watching the highlight. Then they quickly try to get rid of him after he spent some time with the team. His ego and toxic behavior are well documented, if maybe overblown. There's nothing as dramatic as what Jordan Poole or James Harden have done in the last 12 months, but he's a player who thinks he's a superstar and better than anyone else on the team, not a recipe for a winning locker room. While his talent is absolutely elite, there's been nothing on his resume that shows he's capable of leading a team to the playoffs. There is nothing that shows he's a winning player. Last season, the Mavericks proved how important team chemistry is to a good team. They made the 2022 Western Conference Finals behind Luka and his hero ball. The next season, they traded for Wood and Kyrie, then somehow fell to 11th in the West. Wood is starting to look like this generation's good stats, bad teams player, a starter on the Sharif Abdur-Rahim All-Stars. He thinks he deserves star treatment, but if he's one of your best players, where are you going? And if playing with a superstar like Luka couldn't change Wood, why would it be any different with the Lakers? Simple. The Lakers have LeBron James. LeBron's most underrated skill. There have been a lot of great players in the NBA, but there are just a select few who raise their teammates to new levels, not just making their lives easier on the court, but transforming their careers. These are the elite of the elite NBA icons. Tim Duncan, Steph Curry, Larry Bird. After playing with these guys, your mindset on how to play basketball has changed. LeBron is one of those guys. Look at Dwight Howard, a me-first player for all of his career. Even when he was washed up and old, he wanted the limelight. Then he spent a year with LeBron in 2020 and decided to play only to his strengths. Part of the reason they won the bubble finals. He turned J.R. Smith from a highlight reel superstar wannabe into an essential part of the Cavs' title run. Though J.R. still pulled a few Shaqtin' fools. But Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, Tristan Thompson, Mo Williams, a dozen other guys went through career rejuvenations after playing with LeBron. Even look at Austin Reeves. How much of his newfound stardom came because of the LeBron effect? There are the obvious exceptions, like Russell Westbrook. But few players have turned more talented scrubs into useful cogs than LeBron. Christian Wood is 28 years old. The league is onto his shtick. He doesn't have a lot of time left to live up to the expectations that his talent level creates. He was probably looking back on the first half of his career, and he had a lot of regrets. He knew that he needed to make a change. He took a pay cut to play with LeBron, knowing that if he has his head on straight, he can contribute to a title run. The Lakers have one of the two greatest players in league history, regardless of how long he's been in the league. They have one of the league's dominant big men. They have Austin Reeves, proving himself one of the best young playmakers in the NBA. They needed to fill out the edges of their roster, and they made the perfect decision in signing the immensely talented Christian Wood. That is, only if LeBron can bring out the best in him. How big do you think LeBron's effect will be on Christian Wood? Do you think Wood will fit into the Lakers system, or will his ego get in the way? Can this signing lead to the Lakers' 18th title? Let us know in the comments, and then watch how the Celtics made their perfect trade to get Jrue Holiday. Listen to the Wrong Opinion, useless NBA trivia, and garbage rankings for more NBA content.